Hello everyone, I'm Bro Mithra. I just want to start off by saying thank you to everyone. I saw the channel past 200 subscribers. That's shocking and surprising. So just thank you so much for all the support. It's very humbling. And our season continues. So we got past the Watcher, and when you defeat the Watcher, you get what's called the Horpulation dice. And it passes between people, and it provides you with power. I explained it in the settlement event, but this is the first hunt where we actually get to utilize it. So I had set it aside to explain it before the hunt started, to introduce the concept of it. And I also had set aside another card with that, another new card that will now be for a monster we've never hunted before. So I wanted to make sure to explain both those things, and I forgot to explain them at the beginning of the Showdown. So that's a mistake. It affects, me not using Horpulation. So, yep. Sorry about that. It's a mistake. I caught it while I was editing. So, yeah, moving forward, I'll just remember that. I'll have to remember a better place to set things aside when I want to make sure to explain them on camera. I'm not perfect, so it is what it is. Again, thank you for all the support. It's so humbling, and we're in the final stretch now, pushing towards the Gold Smoke Night. Hopefully we'll get there. Enjoy the episode. All right, we are back. Here it is. The hunt phase of a level 3 Antelope. So you can see how far away it is. The thing of note here is I did not get the chance to make to do cooking. So I couldn't make the food to ignore starvation. So that could be a problem if he runs past there. So hopefully it doesn't come an issue, but this could be a really quick episode. And if that's the case, then we'll just go ahead, finish out the hunt event, and then we'll just do the settlement event in the same episode. Let's just hope that doesn't be the case. All right? So, first, we have a Antelope event. Then nothing, Antelope, nothing, nothing, overwhelming darkness, Antelope, nothing, Antelope. So, as always, we're going to go ahead and do, because you have the least chance of dying from a hunt event for the monster rather than a random one. So, let's send Tara first to the Antelope event. So, we'll move with Tara first. Here we are. Teething. So, with this one, it looks like the survivors find the trail of a large rotting teeth. A trail of large rotting teeth littering the ground. Sorry. Each survivor may scavenge. Roll 1d10 on the table. So you cut yourself on the sharp shards, suffer 1 event damage to the arms location. You find nothing. Gain 1 large flat tooth screaming antelope resource. And then if no one scavenges, we have to roll a hunt event. So we definitely want someone to scavenge. Who has a lot to the arms? Everybody has pretty good on the arms. But we'll go ahead and do it with Tara. She's got 5 armor on the arms. So we'll go ahead and do it with her. Just so we have someone to scavenge. 6, so she finds nothing. Should we scavenge with some more people? I mean, a large flat tooth would be nice. Like I said, everybody's pretty good on arms. You know what? Yeah, we'll do it with Russell too. So Russell takes 1 to the arms. Oops, I said Russell, but I meant Lucas. Russell is the tank. I don't want to do it with him if I can avoid it. I meant Lucas for this one. He's the person with the Zimbato. And then that's it. I don't want to take any more damage. Okay, so that's the first one. Would have been nice to get a resource, but that's okay. One hunt event down. Next, we will move with... this is going to be a random hunt event. So let's go ahead and move with Win, who has just someone who can toss something away if we must. So Win will be the one who rolls the random hunt event. And we have 26. 26 is going to be Pit. The ground beneath the event revealer's feet gives way, and they plummet into a pit below. The event revealer rolls 1d10. If another survivor has a whip, they throw a line in time you do not roll on the table. If the event revealer has tumble fighting art, they nimbly catch a ledge and haul themselves up. Gain +1 speed token and do not roll on the table. It's kind of ridiculous because I know... So the core book doesn't take into account the expansion fighting arts. She doesn't have tumble, but she does have acrobatics, which you would think would be even better for this pit, because acrobatics is the thing that lets you jump over monsters. So, wish that was the case. Wish acrobatics. I wish these events took into some of the fighting arts. Maybe Campaigns of Death will redo it. I highly doubt it, but that'd be nice. So anyway, I guess I have to roll on this table now. So, okay. Who's this? Oh, it's Win. Okay, yeah, like I said, she has acrobatics. So here we go. It's just a 1d10. That's a 5. You land at the bottom with a loud thud. Suffer 2 event damage to a random hit location and archive all fragile gear in your gear grid. I don't think she has any fragile gear. She has no fragile gear. Okay. And what was the other thing? So just 2 event damage to a random location. Okay. Here's the event damage. To the waist. It's fine. Brings her down to 3 waist. Not too bad. Not too bad. Okay, now we have another Antelope event. So, let's go. We already went with Tara. We also don't want Russell to die or lose some gear, so we'll go Russell next. We've got Grazing Field. So, what do we've got here with the Grazing Field? Acanthus leaves spout from the crevices in the stone ground. The survivors spend time gathering and eating the small leaves. Each survivor may heal 1 hit location of their choice, restoring all injury levels and armor points. If any survivor has sickle, they gain fresh acanthus strange resource. And then there's no a way of avoiding it, so I have to roll a random hunt event. So it says each survivor, right? Yeah, each survivor may heal hit location of either a choice, restoring injury level. Oh, okay. So I guess that goes back up to 5. 5 waste for Win, and what was the other person? Someone took a arm damage, right? Yeah. So Lucas takes his arm. Now I wish I would have tried to gather with the teeth with everybody. Oh yeah, and then now we're rolling a random hunt event. Here we go. Another random hunt event. Not great. I guess technically the event revealer now is still Russell. Ugh. Oh man, that was almost a 90-something. 53. Man, that 90-something would have been great. Oh, 53. We haven't had this one yet. Masked Salesman. The survivors meet a traveling masked salesman on the road. Oh, we're on a road. Neat. It's news to me. He insists that he has special wares to offer. Shuffle 1 copy of East Mask gear from the Mask Maker settlement location and draw 1 at random. The salesman is offering this mask. The event revealer rolls 1d10 to determine the price, then gains the mask. Oh. Okay. So, rather than find all those cards, because I did not have them out, let me just grab the Mask Maker thing. So, how many are there? Oh, it's a D6. It's going to be perfect. So, here's the Mask Maker location. And you can see there's 6 things there. So, we're just going to roll on a D6 to see which one it is. And I didn't want it to be Russell. Because he's still technically the event revealer. Ah, darn. Oh, now he's the tank, so he has very specific gear, and I have to give up one of these gears now. And I can't give up the stupid lantern, so he's probably going to lose monster grease. That sucks. The tank's going to lose monster grease. Alright, hopefully he gains something in... So this D6 here, I've got a D6. We're just going to roll to see which one it is. So obviously 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Here we go. 4. That's the Death Mask. Okay. Death Mask it is. And now the event... Salesman's... Oh, wait. Now we roll on the chart here. Oh, I got to turn the page. So, it's a D10. So this is for the Death Mask. And we'll see what the price is of the Death Mask. I got to get a D10. All right. The salesman slowly gestures for an offering. Archive 1 gear of your... Ooh. Oh, that's fine. So, we were going to lose... We'd have to lose the monster grease anyway. So, goodbye, monster grease. I'm going to archive that, because we would have had to do it to gain something. So now Russell has the Death Mask. Alright, let me go grab the Death Mask. Okay, and here is the Death Mask. So, it is, if you have no affinities, gain +4 luck and suffer -4 to all severe injury rolls. So that's on the tank right now, so we will not be making use of that. But that's really good to have for someone other than him. But not right now. Okay, so that was that. Now, the only other person left is Lucas with the Zimbato here to do a random hunt event. Okay, random hunt event. Another one. Here we go. 75. Okay. 75. Oops. Stumbling through the darkness, the event revealer crashes into the ground, crashing their lantern beneath them. The living light inside the lantern becomes agitated by the survivor's clumsiness and burns a piece of gear. The event revealer archives 1 gear of their choice from their gear grid. You kidding me? With this garbage? Okay. This sucks. Goodbye, another monster grease. So yeah, yet again, losing a monster grease. That's fun, really fun. Yeah, you can tell these, I don't know why, it's a good thing it doesn't like actually break your lantern, since I need to have lanterns now. That person was actually carrying the final lantern. So, that person loses 2 evasion now for losing that monster grease. So that sucks, because he actually had enough green things. So, So that sucks. The other thing that sucks about that is now he also can't, at the end of his act, he can't move 1 space because of the leather boots. Because I lost my joint there, too. So that double sucks. Okay. Yeah. Sucks. Okay. Let's go with win now, because again, it seems to be the thing that we're just going to lose a whole bunch of items for all these random hunt events, and she at least has one she can lose. Okay, so win, rolling on the random hunt event. 76. Is it the same one? Did I just re-roll? Oops, that was actually 76. Okay, no. Okay, 76. Dream the way. The survivors have vivid, fevered visions of what lies ahead. All at once, they are startled awake and frantically compare the horrors they saw. Each survivor rolls 1d10. If any survivor is a savior, their powerful dream envelops the group. Each survivor may select whatever die roll result they want. If any survivor rolls the same, those survivors discover they have the exact same dream. They gain +1 insanity. If duplicate rolls are 10s, the event revealer may re-roll any one roll this hunt phase. Okay. So here we go. Now we're gonna roll to see what happens. Yeah. So 4 people are gonna roll. What am I looking for here? No one's a savior. So pretty much it's 1 insanity, or I'm gonna try to roll 2 10s. So here we go. Win. Okay. Now Russell. Okay. Tara. Okay. Lucas. I mean, it's pointless. Oh, no, there we go. 2 people rolled the same thing. Okay. Now, so that was Win and Lucas. If any survivors roll the same, the survivors discover they had the exact same dream. They gain +1 insanity. Okay. Lucas goes up to 13 insanity, and Win goes to 2 insanity. Okay. Now, Overwhelming Darkness. Again, we don't want to lose Tara, so Tara will be the one who does Overwhelming Darkness. Yeah, that would be perfect. Okay. So, Overwhelming Darkness, because we have Song of the Brave, everybody can walk the Path of the Brave. So, here we go. Everyone's going to be walking Path of the Brave. First, we have Win, who massive whale swims overhead. Your guts quiver and -1 evasion token. And everybody gains 1 survival. Okay, so Win goes up to 8 survival. Russell goes up to 8 survival. Where's the 8? Tara goes up to 6 survival. And Lucas goes to 7 survival. Okay, that was Win. Now Russell. It's the same exact thing. He's going to get -1 evasion token. And everyone, so Win goes up to 9, which is max survival. Russell to 9, max survival. Tara goes to 7. And Lucas goes to 8 survival. Okay. Now we roll for Tara. A 9. 9 is, with your lantern held high, you cut a path through the teeming darkness. Suffer 1 event damage to your arms. Okay. Tara goes down to 4 arms damage. And finally, Lucas. 7. With your lantern, yep, so he goes down to 3 arms damage. Okay, so the people with counters, I'm just going to put, I know their evasion counters. So Win and Russell have -1 evasion counters. Okay, now let's go, this is going to be a regular hunt event, so let's go with Lucas, I guess, Russell for the Antelope hunt event. Antelope hunt event. Devoured grounds. The stone-faced ground is littered with the leavings of ravenous, passing beasts. Half-eaten acanthus plants are strewn everywhere. If any survivor has 3 understanding, the survivors may skip the next hunt space. I'm pretty sure everybody has 3 understanding. If any survivor. Okay, so we're skipping the next hunt space. Because, yeah, I mean, pretty sure everybody does. I mean, everybody's born with 3 understanding, so... Yeah, literally everybody in the party has 3 understanding. All right. We are skipping the next hunt space. So that means it's going to be another Antelope space. So... I guess it has to be Lucas now. Okay, another Antelope. Don't move. Please don't move. Doesn't look like he's moving. A thunderous boon. Oh, he might be moving. A thunderous boom approaches. The survivors may hide. If they do, move the quarry 1 space back. Otherwise, all survivors gain 1 courage, and the event revealer rolls a d10. Okay, I don't think I want him to move back, because that's going to be 1... Because if he moves again, then it's starvation. That would suck. Thunderous boom approaches. The survivors may hide. If they do, otherwise everyone's going to gain a courage, and the event revealer rolls 1d10. So that would be Lucas, I said, was the event revealer this time? Yeah. So he'd roll a 1d10. 2 through 7. In the chaos, the survivors glimpse the monster. Survivors suffer 2 brain event damage. Oh no. That's, I mean... Everybody would do bold. Yeah, you know what? We're going to trigger bold with everybody. That'd be good, because everyone's going to gain +1 courage. We're going to trigger bold with everybody, and let's just hope we roll an 8. All right. Perfect. Can't believe that actually worked. I'm going to do that for the rest of the whole fight. I'm just going to say exactly what I need to roll. So that would have started anyway, because we would have started the showdown. So it actually does nothing. We just avoided some damage. And we're going to now trigger bold with everybody. Awesome. Okay, let's go ahead and do all the bolding. I also want to, before that, before we do the bold, let me just draw the terrain cards here to get the, for the showdown. And then I'll bold everybody real quick. I forget how many am I drawing? 2, I think. I didn't normally I set up the showdown right away, but I forgot to. Let's see. 3 acanthus plants, 1 bug spot, so I gotta take out 3 acanthus plants. Okay. 1 acanthus plant's gotta come out. 3 acanthus plants and 1 bug spot's gotta come out. 1 bug patch. Anything else got to come out? No, that's it. 2 random terrain cards. Okay, here we go. 2 random terrain cards. That one, toppled pillar, and dead monster. That'll be our terrain cards. Toppled pillar and a dead monster. All right. Now let's quickly bold everybody up. You know what? I'm going to draw the tactics card too while we're here. That guy. Lance formation. I'm pretty sure we had this last time with the Watcher. While the survivors are standing in this formation. Yep. So that's our tactics card. Okay. Now let's quickly bold everybody up. Okay, bold on the hunt phase. Oh, and before I forget, all these evasion tokens are going to go away because of Song of the Brave. You can remove 1 negative token when you arrive. And also, on arrival, Stone Noses, wind goes up to 3 insanity. I don't think anybody else has any on arrival things. Let me just look. On arrival, oh yeah, here we go. Tara's going to gain a bunch of insanity on arrival. So, on arrival, she's going to gain +3 insanity, and that's it. Okay, so she's going to go up to 5 insanity. All right, now let's do bold for everybody. Okay, starting with Win. Bold. Hunt, Triumph, bold. Here we go. 7. She gains +1 understanding. Okay, now for Russell. 3. He gets 1 speed token. Tara. 1 speed token. And Lucas. Is that also 1 speed token? one understanding. Okay. So, that's everybody's bolded. Now we will go to the Showdown. And there, everything's set up. Now, so this is a Screaming Antelope level 3, because all we can fight now is level 3 monsters. So, he's going to take 23 hits, and he's got +2 speed, +2 damage. Everything else is normal. Not completely, entirely, but there's familiar things here with level 2. So that's quite a bit. I've got his speed tokens here, his evasion tokens to remind me. Diabolical, we've seen this before. That's at the end of the turn, he's going to run forward. Got that there to remind me. Trample, nothing new. We've seen that before. Here's the new thing that all level 3 monsters have, is the Indomitable. So, this is whenever the monster attacks or is attacked, it stands at the end of that attack. So, the monster will not stand if a survivor is attacking a minion or another monster. If a survivor attacks during another survivor's attack, the knockdown monster will stand at the end of the new attack. Basically what that means is if someone knocks it down on their attack, you need to surge then and there with someone else to be able to take advantage of that knockdown. Basically that's what that's summarizing. So here's the new thing, hypermetabolism. Whenever the monster consumes, it gains +1 speed. So, because we didn't ambush this thing, there probably is no way of stopping it from consuming. Because it only has a movement of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No one's going to be in range, so it's guaranteed to consume. So it's going to gain that +1 speed, and there's really nothing I can do about it. I mean, it basically it's just going to start with +3 speed. There's nothing I can do about it. So, here we go. Starting the fight. First AI... Oh. Now, I mean, I already thought I couldn't stop it, but let's just seal the deal with Showdown. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely Acanthus plants. So it's going to full move the Screaming Antelope to the closest Acanthus plant. The monster ends its movement on the adjacent Acanthus plant. It consumes it, archive the terrain, and perform 1d5 heal. Place Showdown on the top of the monster AI deck instead of discarding it. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do that. Great. So he's just going to go here. 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. He's just going to eat this one right here. Yum, nom, 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 nom. Good for him. Good for you, buddy. Let's give you +1 speed. That, great. Oof, he's got +3 speed now. Rough. But at least that went back on top of the deck, so we'll be able to discard that right away. Now he's going to perform Diabolical. Monster, target a random survivor in the trample zone. There's no one in the trample zone, so full move the target forward, and then it's just going to stop at the board edge. So blah, 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 blah. Great. Suicidal. Thanks for coming over. Welcome to the party. Going to get beat up quite a bit. Thanks. So, now I know Showdown's there, so that kind of sucks. That kind of wrecks the Rawhide Headband. So we don't want to start with Rawhide Headbanding. We're going to try to do damage. I mean, yeah, I already know he's just going to chow down. So he's going to heal quite a bit. But so we're just going to hope otherwise. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go last with the tank. And we might not defend. If we can't do any damage to him, we're not going to be defending. And we're going to just, regardless of whatever it is, we're going to slip Showdown under. If we can't eliminate it. But I'm pretty confident we're going to be able to eliminate it. So, now, pretty ridiculously here, Tara got herself +1 speed. The +1 speed token. So that's kind of crazy. So, oops. I meant to put her here. So we're going to go ahead and slam this thing right away by going 1 and then 4 in a straight line. So then, oops, she would have to be here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, she'd have to have been there. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and slam that thing. That's going to knock it back 1 space, which is perfect. And now it's got a -1 toughness. And like I said, it's got a 12 toughness. Not like it matters, especially for Tara. She's got a 4 strength. She's using the Lantern Halberd, which is a 7 strength, so that's 11 anyway. Now she's got 12 because this thing's got -1 toughness. So she can't miss. She can only not wound on a 1. Now the crazy thing is she got herself +1 speed with this Lantern Halberd. So here we go. So it's got the reach 2. It's going to have 4+ accuracy. She's got a natural 1 accuracy. So it's going to hit on a 3+. And it's got 3 speed now because she's got 1 extra speed. And she has Spear Mastery, or I have Spear Mastery, so she's got Spear Specialization. So if I draw the trap, she'll cancel it. So let's not draw the trap, but if we do, we're going to cancel it. So here we go. That is 3 hits, right? What'd I say? Yeah, she hits on a 3+, because Lantern Halberd's 4. This is going to be a 3+. I just realized I didn't shoot with the Vespertine bow right away. That's okay. I was so overexcited about getting the fact that she has 3 speed now with the Lantern Halberd. Okay. Yeah. So let's draw these 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So this one, let's see. So failure's not going to happen. This one doesn't have anything. This is a wound reaction. She's probably not going to crit, so it looks like the wound reaction is probably what we're going to want to set last. Roll 1d10 for each of the survivors currently in the monster's blind spot, so that'd be 0. On a result of 3+, they're brutally back-kicked. Okay, so it doesn't even matter. This wound result doesn't matter. No one's in the blind spot. I know it looks weird, but I'll spin him a little bit more. That's where the blind spot should have been. Okay, so this wound doesn't actually do anything. Failure. Grasping tiny hands, make rude gestures at you. Startled, you gain +1 insanity and lose your composure. Gain your senses before you can attack again. Okay, so that will put this one 3rd. Since this wound doesn't actually do anything, we'll want to fail. I don't think we're going to fail. Like I said, I have to roll 1. And if you with the clever, okay. Do any of these critical wounds cause her to move, or cause him to move? That one knocks down the Antelope, so that would be quite ridiculous. So, okay, here we go. Even with Indomitable, that'd be ridiculous, because I would surge with someone here next to him. So, here we go. Okay, just to count it up again, to be thorough, the Lantern Halberd, 7 strength. Tara has 4 strength, that puts her at 11. The Slam gave him -1 toughness, that puts her at 12 strength. So, this thing has a toughness of 12. So she can't have to roll 1 to miss. So here we go. 5, that's not a 1. So that's a wound. That's a wound. 1 wound. Okay. That gets rid of this card. Okay. Now same thing again. Have to roll a 1 to not wound. Another 5. Good. So that is a wound. There's no one in the blind spot, so this doesn't take effect. That's another wound. Wound. Okay. Oh, whoops. I need this one still. Let's roll here. 3. Almost a failure, but still not a wound. Or not a failure. So that's another wound. Now, might as well surge. So Tara's going to spend 1 survival. Brings her down to 6. Going to go ahead and surge. So we've got 3 speed, because she's got that +1 speed. Accuracy 4+. She's got an accuracy 1, so it's going to be a 3+. Actually, you know what? We're not going to surge right now. So she'll still be a 7. Yeah, we're not going to surge right now. First, what we're going to do is we're going to attack with Lucas, who's got the calcified Zimbato, which is him right here. So he's going to go ahead and attack. So the calcified Zimbato's slow. No, what am I doing? I want to attack with the bow user, so I can give them -1 accuracy. Or -1 evasion. With the clawhead arrow. So, 3, 4, 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that would be not close enough. I'd have to stop here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, range 5? Yeah, range 5 with the Vespertine bow. Okay, but we're attacking with the clawhead arrow. So, with the clawhead arrow, it's going to be a 1 speed, 6+ accuracy, natural 1 accuracy. So it's going to be a 5, and we have bow specialization, but I guess it doesn't apply to this arrow. So I need to roll the 5, and I can't re-roll. Okay, well, that's a hit. So he's got -1 evasion now. Oh, I just realized he should have had +2 evasion. Well, it's okay. Now he's at one evasion. But there's no way... She didn't miss anything. She was missing only on a 1. Or a 2. I don't think I rolled a 4. Yeah, I think we're okay. I think she rolled pretty high. Okay. Yeah, I think we're okay. Alright, either way, I hit with the bow here. You know what I can do? I can check the footage. Let me check the recording real quick. And I'll be able to see if she rolled. So she would have had to have missed... She would have only missed on a 3+. Or he had +2 evasion. He would have missed on a 4. Or a 5. So let's see if Tara rolled a 5. So I just checked the footage. I checked the tape. Call for a replay. Yeah, I totally whiffed. She only rolled a 9. I rolled a 3 and a 4. So those are 2 whiffs. So what we're going to do here, we're just going to keep everything where she just hit, causing the -1 evasion. I didn't draw the hit location card yet. So everything's exactly the same. What we're going to just do is we're going to surge with her now. Even though I didn't want to, we're going to surge with her now. So Tara's going to spend her thing. She's going to go down to 6. Roll her 3 speed. And now keep it the same thing. She needs to roll a... So she hits on a 4+. She's got 1 action. That brings it down to 3+. He still has the 2 evasion. So he needs to roll 5+. She's surging, needs to roll 5+. Okay, perfect. So there's 2 hits. The 10 and the 6. And we're just going to count those as the 2 hits I did by accident there. And that's it. Nothing's changed. Now we're just going to continue with her attack. Now we'll draw her hit location. So this doesn't matter. And she crits on a 8. Yeah, crits on an 8, wounds on a 3. So Vespertine bow has 6 or the clawhead arrow has 6 strength. She's got a natural 3 strength. It's got -1 toughness because of the from the slam. So that brings it down to 10. He's got a 12 toughness. So yeah, she wounds on a 3, crits on an 8. That's a wound. Okay. Would like to be critting here, but that's okay. So that's a wound. All right. Now we're just going to go ahead and surge with her. Spend her survival, brings her down to 8. Going to go and do 3 speed with the Vespertine bow, accuracy 6+. She's got +1 accuracy. So that brings it down to a 5+. He's got 1 evasion. This brings it to a 6. So it's just going to be a straight 6+ to hit with the Vespertine bow. She's got 3 speed, 6+ to hit, and go. Wow. She gets to re-roll all the misses. So she'll just re-roll all this. Again, because I have bow mastery. She's not a bow master. She's not anything. Alright, so I get to re-roll all those. What'd I say? 6+. Much better. There we go. 3 hits. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, so let's see. This wound just gives it a -1 token, doesn't cause it to move. Your blow clips the screaming antelope's shoulder, it jumps back. Turn to face the attacker, then without turning, move the 1 space directly away from the attacker. This won't actually do anything. So what will happen is he'll just jump. He'll turn to face her. She'll still be within range, and then he'll just jump into the board edge. But he can't. So that would stop his movement. So that one doesn't actually matter. So then this one's a reflex. If attacking with a melee weapon, wound roll for this location is a 1 or a 2. The monster consumes your weapon. Archive gear and okay. So that reflex also does nothing. So let's look at the critical wounds. No. Okay. Nothing causes it to move even on the critical wounds. So here we go. Now, rolling to wound. 6 strength to Vespertine Bow. She's got natural 3 strength. Thing still has a -1 toughness because of the slam. So that's 10 strength. It's got a toughness of 12, so she's going to wound on a 3+. Crit on an 8. That's a critical. Persistent injury. The monster's injury worsens if it moves. Whenever the screaming antelope moves, it suffers an additional wound. Discard this at the end of the next round. Okay, so this stays in play. That's 1 wound. Okay. Now, again, wounding on a 3, critting on a 8. That's a wound, not a critical. So wound, your blow clips the screaming antelope's shoulder and it jumps back. Turn to face the attacker, then without moving the monster 1 space directly away from... Okay, so this is the... Again, so it's just going to turn to face, and then he's going to jump back, but he's going to hit the board edge, so he doesn't move along it. The reason why he doesn't move along it is because he moved to here and stopped last turn, then he was knocked back, so he's not hitting the same place as he was last time. It's like a new movement now. So if he moves again against this board edge, then yeah, he will move along it. Oops, I grabbed both of them. Okay, so that's another wound. Last one, 3. And critting on an 8. That's just a wound. Oh, did I forget to grab a Screaming Antelope resource from this persistent? No, it's just a persistent injury. Okay. So the reflex happens if attacking with a melee weapon, but we're not. So that's just another wound. Okay. Now we've done quite a bit of damage. Now is when I'm probably going to start cat eye circling. No, never mind, because the person with the Zimbato is the cat eye circlet. So I'm not going to be doing that. Oh, the other thing I get to do, because I forgot I had to surge to make up for the mistake I made. The Lantern Halberd, after attacking, if you're standing, you may move 2 spaces directly away from the monster. So she's going to move her 2 spaces here, directly away from him, when she was done attacking. I forgot to do that. So now for the Zimbato, the calcified Zimbato, which is slow. So we're going to just attack. Again, his blind spot's going to be here against the... So, I'm not in the blind spot. So, first off, calcified Zimbato, speed 1. And it's a accuracy 5+. He's got +1 evasion. That brings it to 6. Lucas has natural 2 accuracy. Brings it down to 4. So, he is wounding with a 4. And All right, he's hitting with a 4. And go. It's a 5. It's a hit. So we'll draw the 1. Okay. Nothing here. He doesn't have any kind of crit bonus. Yeah. So he's just strength 8, natural 4 strength. He's got toughness 12. Still has -1 toughness from the slam. Doesn't even matter. So he wounds on anything but a 1, crits on a 10. That's a 7. It's another wound. It's going to be 2 wounds because Calcifieds and Bottles devastating. So 1, 2. Let's go ahead and surge with Lucas, bringing him down to 7. Rolling, attacking again. Calcifieds and Bottles, 5+ accuracy. He's got 1 evasion. Brings it to a 6. 2 accuracy. He's hitting on a 4. That's a hit. Wounding on anything but a 1. So just as long as I don't roll a 1, critting on a 10. That's a wound. It's 2 more wounds. And now we will move with him. So we want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Does that make him... Yeah. Okay. That gets him out of the trample range. Now, with the tank, Rawhide Headband. Reveal the 2 AI cards. Let's see what we're dealing with. Slam and Bite. Slam and Bite. Alright, what do we got? Closest knockdown survivor or furthest threat. We don't want that. Closest survivor and field of view. That's what we want. Want Bite on top. Okay, so what's Bite going to do? Closest survivor and field of view. Speed 1. It's going to actually be speed 3. Because he's got +2. He's got +3 speed because that's right, he ate that stupid acanthus. Ooh, so it's actually going to be a speed 4. No biggie. Speed 4. We'll put that. We don't want that. So this is going to be speed 4, and it's closest survivor in field of view. So we want him to not move because if we can get him to just 1, 2, 3. See, so what we're doing now is he'll turn, attack this person, and then he's going to definitely run that way for sure because there's no one else in the trample zones. So that's what we want to do. I'm going to have him just go right to there. Actually, we're going to have him right to here. He's still the closest survivor, but it's going to cause the antelope to move. And we have this persistent injury in play right here that whenever the monster moves, it suffers a wound. So, yay, yay. We're going to do 2 wounds to him. We'll make him move once to get to us. All right. So, with that said, we already know what the AI... Should I block? Yeah, I might as well block because my evasion's not as good as it was. We'll spend 1 survival. Bring it down to 8 survival for Russell. He's blocking. Alright. Here we go. We know what it's going to be. We'll grab this and this. So we know it's Bite. It's going to be the closest survivor in field of view, which is going to be him. So he's going to move 1 space to get close to him. And right here, persistent injury. Monster is worse as it moves. Whenever the screaming antelope moves, it suffers 1 additional wound. Oops. Goodbye, Slam, or whatever that card was. That's 1 wound. We're going to leave this here because he's going to do it again. Well, he's going to do it again. We all know he's going to take himself 1 more wound because he's going to do Diabolical. So he's going to hurt himself again. All right, now let's resolve Bite. So it's a speed 4, which is kind of crazy. Speed 4, what was this? Accuracy 2+. He's got a 4 evasion, so it's an accuracy 6+. Speed 4, accuracy 6+. And he's got +2 damage. Ooh. Oh, wow. Ooh, that sucks for you. That's just blocked. Don't even need to spend a survival. So that's blocked. Nothing, no damage whatsoever gets through. Now he's going to go do Diabolical. Okay, Diabolical. At the end of the monster's turn, target a random survivor in the trample zone. There's only 1 survivor in the trample zone. Move through the target, past the survivor, and full move. And then when it collides with the survivor, they suffer damage equal to the monster's level to a random hit location. So he's going to suffer 3 damage to his body. Russell, that brings your body down to 1. And you are knocked down, my friend. Actually, you were not knocked down because shield mastery. And shield specialization is... I forget what shield specialization... Oh yeah, you're no longer knocked down on a collision. So he's not knocked down anyway. What was this thing's movement? Oh, suffers another wound because of that persistent injury. So, and his movement was... What is it? 8. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 just runs into the board edge. Beep. Okay. Looks good to me. Now, how many hits do we have left? I don't know. We absolutely did a lot of damage to him. So, I mean, in theory, we could just probably kill him. However, I don't think I'm going to be able to get that many hits on him again. Or that many attacks on him. We'll try, but I don't think so. The other thing is, I might not be able to guarantee... Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that would not let me stop adjacent. It would allow me to get there, and I'd still be able to attack. But I'm not adjacent. I would have to dash with Tara, and then... Yeah, I'd have to dash. That's fine. We'll do it. So we're going to dash with Tara. That's going to bring her down to 5 survival. She'll go 1, 2 to here. And then now regular move 1, 2, 3, 4, which is still in a straight line. Get to there. She will slam the thing. It's going to get -1 toughness. And... then she'll skewer it, so, I mean, it doesn't even matter. So she's going to have the +2 strength, but, I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, well, she'll get to apply the wound to the next... Well, it doesn't matter, because she's going to have a whole... So we're not going to check for trap yet. We'll check for the trap when the bow user is going. You know what? I don't even care about the trap. The trap is not even that big of a deal. It's only when you're right next to her, or right next to the antelope, and there's like very little chance that's ever going to happen because of the way the lantern halberd lets me move away, and then I'm just going to shoot with the bow user. So I don't even care. I honestly don't even care about the trap right now. Oh well, I can do it. How can I circle it next attack? I don't even care. I don't even know. I don't even think I care. I don't even think I care. Okay. So anyway, she's gonna have +2 strength. Things got -1 toughness. Whatever. She's got 3 speed, +1 accuracy. Things got +1 evasion. So it's just gonna be a 4+. So Lantern Albert hits on a 4+. She's got 1 accuracy. It's got 1 evasion. Nullify each other. So 4+, 3 speed. Go. It's 3 hits. Yeah, you know what? I don't care. If this is the trap, whatever, I'll cancel it. Oh, well, it's a first strike. Okay, well, 1 first strike, and then the other one is whatever. So, move these out of the way. So the first strike's got to go first, and then these other 2 are exactly the same. They're the ones where if you're hitting with a shield or a club. So first strike's first. Let's go. Okay, Mr. First Strike. Screen Antelope, massive eyes glisten with human-like fear. The attacker is insane. Cancel all hits. Otherwise, wait. If the attacker's insane, cancel all hits and end their attack. Otherwise, the attack... Yep, so she is insane. That sucks. So she suffered 1 brain damage. Piece of crap. Okay, so that just canceled all the attacks, and I just burned all these hit locations. That sucked. Should have used Cat Eye Circlet. Whatever. I honestly don't care. I just don't care because it's not... Okay, so... she's surging. So now... Even if I get the Cat Eye Circlet, she's probably going to hit. It's high likelihood she hits with all 3 attacks anyway. Whatever. Should I care more? Being pretty reckless here, but... I don't care. I'll do it after this. No, I'll do it. I'll do it now. All right, I'm going to do it now. So Lucas has the thing here. So before I surge, I'm going to cat eye circle it, and then Lucas is going to move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay, now Lucas is cat eye circling. Let's look at the top 3. Oh my gosh, it wasn't even there anyway. So I don't want the super dense one. None of these seem to matter. Yep, I don't care. None of these. So the failure one, which is going to be almost impossible for me to fail, I'd have to roll a 1, and the super dense. So all 3 of these are fine. Okay. Now she's going to surge. So 4+ Lantern Halberd, 3 speed. Again, all of those are hits. So we already know what all 3 of these are. 3. Whatever, I'll just do the super dense one first because weapon's not frail, so who cares? Okay, I think it's impossible to miss, like I said. So it's a 7 strength. She's got +2 strength from skewering. 4 strength naturally. So, I mean, it doesn't even matter. Or if she doesn't even get the +2 strength anymore because she skewered last time. So it's still 7 strength with her 4 strength. That's an 11. She needs to roll a 1. Or anything but a 1 will wound it. That's a wound, so whatever, it's a wound. Same thing here. Anything but a 1 will wound it. It's 7, doesn't matter, so that's a wound. Same thing here. Anything but a 1 will wound it. It's a wound. Okay. Now, Lantern Halberd. After attacking, if standing, you may move 2 spaces directly away from the monster. 1, 2. So now she's out of the diabolical thing. I can move now with the bow user. So win 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I would need to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would need to get to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Yep. So I need to get to here. So that cost me a dash. So she's down to 7 survival. I mean, the thing's got to be coming, right? The stupid trap's got to be coming. Doesn't matter. It's a bow user. So here we go. No one's next to the thing, so whatever. So bow user. Here we go. She's got accuracy 6+, natural 1. Well, it's got 1 evasion. She's got natural 1 accuracy, so it's still a 6+. 3 speed with a Vespertine bow. 6+, I said. That sucks. These two got to be re-rolled. Oh, that sucks. So I didn't. Okay, I missed once. Didn't matter. There's the trap. I knew it was coming. There's the trap. At least I triggered it. Okay. Screaming Antelope panics. Its undermouth unleashing in an inhuman wail. It bucks wildly and leaps into the air. The attacker is doomed. All survivors adjacent to the monster suffer 2 brain damage per monster level. Knockback 5 and are knocked down. Monster lands on its belly and begins to slide on its teeth. Turn the monster directly away from the attacker and full move forward in a straight line. On collision, whatever, they gain a disorder. Whatever, doesn't make a difference because it just runs into the wall. Because last time Diabolical sent it here. So that stopped it. Now it's turning this way, colliding with this wall and stopping. So it does nothing. Good. Let's reshuffle. We're going to surge and shoot again. Okay, surging. Brings her down to 6 survival. Shooting again. Let's do a little bit better this time, shall we? 3 speed, 6 plus. Okay, I get to re-roll this miss. Okay, there. That's a lot better. 3. Good. Here we go. 3. Let's look here. So we've got this one, which doesn't make a difference. That can go with last one. This one's on a wound, so this one might be a thing. If the attacker's Jason, so none of these two just don't do anything. So those can be there. Let's check out this wound. Roll 1d10 for each survivor currently in the monster's blind spot. Nothing happens. These are all just big old nothings. So, here we go. I don't need all 3 dice. I only need 1. Alright. And again, it does have the -1 toughness because I was able to slam it. Even though I sucked it up and didn't damage it much, I still was able to slam it. Because I did slam, gave it its -1 toughness for the end till the end of the round, but then the hit location I drew canceled all the attacks. But I still was able to slam. So it's got the -1 toughness. So then, Vesper Team Bow has a 6 strength. Wind's got a 3 strength, that's 9. It's got -1 toughness, that's a 10. So, 2 plus to wound and crits on an 8. 2 plus to wound, crits on an 8. Oh my gosh, I missed. Are you kidding me? 2 plus to wound, crits on an 8. Are you kidding? 2 plus to wound, crits on an 8. Good. Persistent injury. Your land strike affects some AI cards. That sucked. How much hits? I only got 6 hits left and I missed twice. What a... why do I suck with bow users? Like, what is with me? Okay. Cat Eye Circlet, or Rawhide Headband now with the tank. Rawhide Headband. We're looking at 2... Oh! Okay, so here we go. We've got back kick and in heat. We really don't want in heat to come into play, so we're gonna have him do back kick. So let's see. Back kick. Back kick is the closest threat in range, so we can make that happen. So we want back kick on top. We don't want in heat to come into play. So back kick is going to target closest threat. So she's going to be 1, 2 away. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're just going to get him right up next to him, right there. And that's actually going to send him over to the person with Devastating. And yeah, we'll surge and block. So we'll spend 1 survival, surging to block. Alright, so now it is the Antelope's turn. We know it's going to be back kick. And so it's closest threat in range, which is going to be the tank. He's not even going to have to move. It's just going to have to turn the monster, so target is in the blind spot, and then it's going to spend, so it's going to do, so it's just going to spin, bloop, bloop, bloop. And then we've got ourselves, after it's spinning, we've got ourselves a, what has he got? 2 speed, right? So it's going to be a 3 speed, 4 speed, 4 speed, accuracy, 3 plus. He's got 4 evasion, so it's going to be accuracy 7 plus, 4 speed, accuracy 7 plus. That's going to be the 1 hit, but it's going to get just blocked. So that's just blocked. Okay, that's the end of back kick. All right. And now it's going to go ahead and do Diabolical. That's just going to turn here, whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to bring him all the way to here. He's going to trample that one person. The tank is going to take 3 damage to the body again. That's not good. It's going to go ahead and give him a heavy injury. Ooh, that is no good. So that's a heavy injury. And going to knock him down, but he's going to stand up anyway because it's a Fist and Tooth Mastery. Alright, now it's the monster's turn. This stays in play. We've only got... so 1, 2, 3, 6 damage left to do. Everyone's now standing. He's right there. I forgot totally about the Roleplaying cards. Oh, man. You know, I just realized... Alright, so I made a mistake here, and I just realized it. So I had set aside the Roleplaying cards because this is the first time we've had it. So I set it aside to talk about it on camera, the Roleplaying ones. And I also set aside Legendary Horns, which he's supposed to start with. Alright, so Legendary Horns. Supposed to give him +4 toughness, which is fine. He's supposed to get +1 speed. So he's only attacked the tank, and he's only attacked twice. No one's ever ended their action next to the Screaming Antelope. Oh no, the tank has twice. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna. Okay, so the tank would come down to 0 insanity the first time for stopping next to him. Okay, so yeah, he'd click the first box the first time for the insanity. And then this turn, when he ended next to him, he would suffer 3 more, but that would trigger... Alright. We can fix this. Stupid Legendary Horns. Alright, I don't know why... So Legendary Horns is now a trait, so it should start with the special thing here instead of being legendary, because in the old version of the game, this was a card you just shuffle into the deck, but now in 1.5 they always make them start with it, but they couldn't because they never do any errata ever, and they can't be bothered to do anything. They didn't make this a trait card, even though it is now a trait card. So when I set it aside, I was doing so because I had to still build the deck and shuffle the deck, and I knew I'd have to explain it on camera. So that's a mistake for me, for setting it aside next to the camera over here, rather than putting it here. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to just... so I did the first one for the insanity, then the next turn when he stopped his turn there. No one else has ever stopped their end of their act next, because she attacked, then surged, then moved. So the first time she got to do it devastating, she never ended her action next to him. Same thing with her. She always attacked, surged, and then moved away with the lantern halberd. So again, never ended their actions next to them. So no one else ever suffered, and obviously Bo. So the only person, now I have to do, whatchamacallit, brain trauma. Let's quickly do brain trauma. Where is brain trauma? So, brain trauma. Let's quickly do this. Now we always add 2 to brain trauma, or we always add 2 because we have Accept the Darkness. So, here we go, brain trauma with the tank. It's going to be a 9. You were knocked down. Doesn't matter. He's going to stand up anyway. Gains 1d10 insanity. 2 insanity. That just means he's going to gain brain trauma. Okay. So he gains 2 insanity. Alright. That fixes that. Now, let me go watch the footage again and see how many misses I should have had, and I'll just add them back in from the AI deck, and we'll from the +4 toughness he's supposed to have. So I just looked at it. From what I can tell, only 4 wounds were affected by the fact I forgot to add +4 toughness. So I'm just going to take the 4 cards off the top of here. I don't even know what they were. So there we go. Now we're taking into account Legendary Horns, which was my mistake. I shouldn't have set it aside, but like I said, I wanted to explain on camera because we had never done it. And at the same exact time, I also set aside these Roleplaying cards, which I also wanted to explain, and now I've just not been using them. Alright, so it started, the Roleplaying started on Win. Would have moved to Russell, would have moved to Tara. Now it's on Lucas. So this is the 3rd round. So, we will be using Roleplaying this time. So, with Roleplaying, we only have level 1, which means you can add an attack roll to the attack. So we will add an attack roll to the attack with Lucas. So he will do 1, 2, 3. He's going to move there. Now with that, he's going to go ahead and attack. And with the Calcified Zimbato, it's a 5 accuracy. 5+ to hit. He's got 2 accuracy, brings it down to a 3. He's got +1 evasion, so it's a 4+. Now Roleplaying allows me to attack 1 attack roll, so it's going to be 2 attack rolls, and go. Okay, it's 2 hits, right? 5+ brings it down to 3+1. Yeah, that's 2 hits. Perfect hit on top of that. So there's 2 hits. Draw the 2 hit location cards. 1, 2. Okay. So we've got the Super Dense, and we're using Calcified Zimbato, so it is not frail. And the second one is the thing that gives it -1 movement. Okay. First, the Super Dense. Let's go ahead and attack this. It is a 8 strength. He's got 4 strength, which is a 12. So it's just going to be a 4+ because he's got 16 toughness. Alright, so 4+. That's a 6. That's going to wound. It's going to do 2 wounds because of devastating. So 1, 2. Now we're here with this guy. Again, on a 4+. It's a 9. It's not a critical, right? Yeah, it's not a critical, which sucks. It's just a regular wound, so he gets -1 movement token, and it is devastating. So that is 2 more damage. 1, 2. Okay. Now we will surge with Lucas. Brings him down to 6 survival. Okay. Now you don't get to do the Roleplaying again. So this is just going to be the regular, just 1 attack for the surge. Calcified Zimbato, since it's slow, is going to be a 5+, 4+ to hit. This is 7, so that's a hit. This. Okay. So it is a 4+ to wound, and on the failure, if you are adjacent to the monster, you must spend 1 survival or suffer 3 damage. Okay, so it's a 4+ to wound. That is a wound, so that's going to cause 2 more damage from devastating. Okay. Alright. Now he's down to 4 health left. Oh, and then we're going to dash now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can get him to here. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll get him to here. Because I know he's going to go that way with his diabolical. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She'll go here. She can slam. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She might just kill it. Let's find out. Because she's going to have 3 speed. And she's going to be slamming because she stopped adjacent to it. So it is going to do knockback 1. It's going to knock him into the wall, but whatever. So he doesn't actually suffer the knockback 1, but he does get the -1 toughness. So she gets a +2 strength now for skewering. She'll have 3 speed. He'll say 4+ accuracy. She's got natural 1 accuracy. He's got 1 evasion. So it's just a 4+. 3 speed, 4+. Okay, that's 2 hits. Okay. Looks like we've got a nothing, so we'll go with the nothing first, and then the other one's on a failure. So first, with the nothing. Now, she's got +2 strength. Lantern Halberd has 7. That's 9. She's got 4 natural strength. That's a 13. It's got -1 toughness, so still needs a 2. It's still a 2+. Even with its 16 toughness. So it's still a 2+. Right? 7 + 4 is 11, +2 strength, 13, -1 toughness, yeah, 14. So it's still a 2+. That's actually a critical. So you shock the beast with a blow to the face. The monster is knocked down. Okay, so he's knocked down, and then I'm going to apply this result to that because of the skewer. So that's a double critical. So I'm going to gain +1 Screaming Antelope. And it's got a destroyed hoof. Right? Okay. Yeah. Because... what is it? Yeah, after you slam, spend a thing to activate a melee strength +2. You wound with a spear. Apply the wound roll result. So that's still critical. So it's going to crit both of these. So yeah. So the first one, beast knocked down. I can surge and he'll be knocked down, so that's great. Gain 1, and I'm going to gain 1 Screaming Antelope resource, and he's got destroyed hooves, so that's 2 damage. Destroyed hooves stays in play. It's going to do 2 damage. 1, I shuffle this, and one of these is going to go away. This one's going to go away. And I gain 1 Screaming Antelope resource. And then she's going to surge, and he's knocked down right now. So all reactions are canceled because she's surging. Or wait, no. She can't surge. Someone else would have to surge. That doesn't matter. He can stand up. I don't really care. Shankbone. Yeah, he can go ahead and stand up. I don't care. Because I can't surge now to take advantage of this. Because her attack ends. You can't surge in the middle of your own attack. So her attack ends. Indomitable makes him stand up. Whatever. She's still going to surge now. Alright, so she's surging. It's going to bring her down to 3 survival. 3 speed. Yeah, because I'll try to cancel the... actually, I'm not going to surge with her. She can... at the end, after 2 spaces directly away from the monster, boop, boop. And then I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. 1, 2, 3, 4 to get to here with the bow user. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm just going to shoot him with the bow user. Ooh, but the bow user is going to have a little bit of a harder time hitting. Bow user is going to have to hit on a 6+. That should be okay. 6+ is still 40%. I'm fine with it. Because I don't want the trap to do anything. Okay, and I don't really know. Oh, but she could have canceled the trap. I'm fine with this. Okay, so 3 speed from the Vespertine bow. It's going to be a 6+ to hit, accuracy, +1. He's got evasion +1, so it's just going to be a 6+ to hit. And I get to roll 3 dice, so here we go. I get to re-roll all of these. That's 2 hits, which is all I need anyway. So 2 hits. No reactions. Whatever. This one has a reflex to turn to face. Whatever. Go ahead. Turn to face. Okay. Okay. So now Vespertine bow, strength of 6. She's got a natural 3 strength. That's a 9. It's got a -1 toughness from being slammed, so that's a 10. So yeah, she's going to hit on a 6+. That's a critical. Gain 1 screening antelope resource. Blood runs down the screening antelope's side. The blood weaknesses the monster. Gains -1 toughness. Okay, -1 toughness. That's the last thing. So now, I gain screening antelope resource, and now she's actually going to hit on a 5. So now she's hitting on a 5, critting on an 8. Hitting on a 5, critting on an 8. She crit again. What's this critical? Gain 1 screening antelope resource. There's a chance that this blow snaps screening antelope's neck, killing it. Well, it's going to kill it anyway. Watch me roll a 10 here and kill this thing even though I just killed it. That was close. It was an 8. Anyway, so she crit anyway. That kills him. I gained a screening antelope resource. Good job, bow user. Screaming antelope resource. There we go. Another muscly gums. Alright. That is the death of the screaming antelope. And we'll open up the book here to the screaming antelope. What do we get? So, victory. Everybody gets 2 hunt experience. Okay, everybody's going to get 2 hunt experience. I don't think anybody's going to really level up here. She's a bow user, I guess, now. She gains 1 weapon proficiency. Okay, Russell here. 2. Yeah, no one's really going to level up here. Let's see. Russell didn't do anything. He didn't hit with anything, so he gains no proficiency. Tara, she's going to go ahead and gain 2 hunt experience. She did wound with a spear, so that's her 4th level spear. I don't need this relation dice. Nobody's leveling up here. Yeah. Nobody's leveling up. Okay. And level 3, 6 basic. 6 basic, 8 screaming antelope, 2 vermin. Okay. Six basic. Here we go. Organ, bone, hide, organ, bone. That was a skull, so someone gets 1 insanity. We will go with Russell. You can have 3 insanity now. Good job, Russell. Okay, that's all the basic. Okay, now we get screaming antelope. 8 screaming antelope. Let's go ahead. 8 screaming antelope. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We get a black lichen, which is good. And 2 vermin. So 2 vermin. 1 crab spider. Cyclops fly. It's 2 vermin. Black lichen. And cinnamon has pottery. I don't think we ever got pottery, right? Didn't I get screwed on not being able to get the barber surgeon now? Oh, I do have pottery. So we can get the barber surgeon. Good. So we get barber surgeon, location, and we get a legendary horn. So we get a lichen and a legendary horn. All right. So, aside from the mistake of the little legendary horn mishap, and I mean, it's not like I was using horripilation either. So, mistakes all around. My survivors were doing a lot worse than they could have been because I wasn't using horripilation dice, and Antelope was taking a little bit more wounds than he should have to start, but I fixed that, and then he ended up dying once I started using horripilation anyway, so it balanced it out. The 4 toughness really didn't do much for the Antelope, didn't save him. So, that's the end of the Screaming Antelope level 3. We will spend all these resources on the next settlement phase. So, thank you very much for watching. Oh, we also got a death mask. That's right, that's pretty awesome. So thank you very much for watching. Again, it's always so humbling. I'm so glad everyone's enjoying it. I love commenting on everybody's things. I'm glad that it's just so very humbling, and I'm always going to be shocked the amount of support the series has been getting. So all I can say is thank you very much, and I will see you in the settlement event. Thank you.